So I just don't buy this injustice argument. This is just, again, as far as I can tell, creating pretext for a politically and personally motivated attack. Because you can't say that Ethan worked with the ADL, but I guess we can say that Denim's directly collaborates with Snark, I guess. The whole thing, the whole operation here is trying to destroy these people's lives and trying to make people think twice before they react to Ethan. Those are the two primary goals here, to me. From what I can see, those seem to be the goals, in my opinion. Again, this guy's very litigious, so I'm going to keep reiterating my opinion. He's doing everything you shouldn't do in those people's eyes, and they are supporting it. Alright. So, guys. A new set of Ethan Klein lawsuits and a new Ethan Klein content nuke have been released today, okay? Now, everyone is immediately on side with this, okay? And you can see it very clearly. There are some people that are trying to thread the needle of not full-throatedly supporting it, but most people are just on side with it. So Willie Mack has already made a statement essentially supporting it, so never let him forget that. Nick DiOrio has currently not made a single statement. He 100% knows what it is because he was tweeting about it last night, though. So he absolutely is in contact in Ethan's inner circle, well, to a significant degree. So any claims of a lack of collaboration or communication are completely bullshit. He's either talking to someone who is talking to Ethan, or they're all talking to each other. So absolutely coordinating. Same with Mutahar, same with his wife. Same with Dan Saltman as well. In fact, you can just look at this Library of Congress article from months ago, which I've known about for a long time. I've known that this was the plan for a while. So basically, the whole point was, and I don't know, so here's two things I've got to lay out for you, okay? So, two things I've got to lay out for you. Hassan, I think, personally, was the original target for this. Now, people might claim otherwise because, well, Ethan told Hassan to react to it, so he had explicit license. But that hasn't actually stopped Ethan before, because some of you may not be aware of this, but actually, a while ago, do you know Ethan actually made a public statement, a long time ago now, when he was hanging out with Hassan. He made a public statement on his podcast where he said, guys, you can clip my shit, post it anywhere, clip my stuff. I want the Hassan industrial complex. I want what Hassan... This is what he said. I want what Hassan's got. Clip my stuff, post it anywhere, do whatever you want with it, post it everywhere. So, people may claim that he couldn't go after Hassan or wouldn't go after Hassan because he gave explicit license to Hassan. That is complete bullshit, in my opinion, because Ethan has abandoned that before. He has given explicit license and then abandoned that idea. So, as far as I can tell, that's a bullshit excuse. That is a total bullshit excuse to claim that. Now, this Library of Congress listing, I've known about for a long time. This is someone was on JStalk's stream. I'll say that much, okay? Someone was on JStalk's stream a long time ago talking about getting stuff registered with the Library of Congress and how the Library of Congress, when you register something under copyright with the Library of Congress, there you can be awarded statutory damages for the copyright infringement of like $250,000 or something to that effect. Now, take a look at this listing. You can't actually look at it because it's off screen, but you can look up Content Nuke on the Library of Congress and you can verify everything I'm about to say to you. I'm not lying. It's literally, they would be retarded for me to claim this exists when it doesn't. In fact, you can kind of see it here. There we go. So, you see here, this is the Content Nuke Hassan Piker, Library of Congress, registered 28th of January, 2025, on a USB flash drive. So, this was set up, this was laid as like a trap, basically. So, this isn't any claim that this is about protecting Ethan's copyright. That falls completely flat to me. That's complete bullshit to me. Because it's not, it can't be about protecting the copyright. You did not care, obviously, about the money you were going to make from the content nuke. That was not the goal of the content, Uke. It was not to farm ad revenue. That was obviously not the goal. It was not about people getting people to watch it on the H3H Productions channel either. It wasn't trying to grow that channel. It was not about any of that. It was about making the hit piece on Hassan, because that's what he cares about doing, is destroying Hassan and his friends. So, why would you assume this is about protecting his copyright? When obviously it's laid as a trap from the start, before anyone's even done anything with his copyright. It is blatantly creating a pretext to try to destroy the people who have accurately described him as a Zionist and possibly gone further and said insane shit about him. I don't know what Frogan Denims or Casey Tron have said necessarily, but if they have defamed him, take it through the fucking defamation courts. You don't get to litigate your issues with someone's opinions about you through a fucking copyright court. It's a total bad faith use of the system. I don't know whether that would be legally bad faith, but it is, by any colloquial definition, a bad faith use of it. Because your goal is not to protect copyright. Blatantly so. Anyone can prove that just from the publicly available information. Goal was never about copyright. The goal is obviously about silencing political speech and silencing people talking shit about you. That's obvious to anyone with eyes and ears. So anyone supporting this on the grounds that it's a copyright dispute is a disgusting, subhuman fucking liar. That's Willie Mac, that's Lonerbox, okay? Already I've seen those two doing it. So, and the idea, by the way, we are going to go over Lonerbox's coverage, because the idea that someone who is mentally AFK 6 hours a fucking day playing World of Warcraft is going to sit there. I pushed about it. He says, oh, I would get fucked in copyright court. I would get fucked in copyright court. That's not the point, is it? Take a moral stand. You obviously don't think this is okay. You don't think it would be okay for Noah Samson to sue you into the dirt for watching one of his videos while you're half AFK. If you said in a video, oh, I didn't want to engage with half these points. These points are too stupid to engage with. Would that suddenly be justification to sue you? No, obviously not. People have completely abandoned their principles and are acting in ways that only hurt them down the line. Things that only hurt their careers, only hurt them down the line. Destiny, Lonerbox, all these fucking losers sit there saying nothing for 40 minutes of an hour-long video. Totally silent. Check the fuck out in a 12-hour stream. And now they're on board with this. And now they're on board with this. It's sickening. It's sickening. So, we're going to watch the content, Uke. Obviously, I already know plenty about what's going on. But it is blatantly not about the copyright. Anyone pretending it's about the copyright is a fucking liar. Is an actual fucking liar. Yeah, exactly. Lonerbox is smart. Lonerbox is smart. That's why it's obvious what's happening here. It's obvious what's happening here. He hates these people. He's been harassed by lefties. He's okay with anything happening. He's happy to ride... He got kicked out by Destiny and totally betrayed. He's happy to ride the Ethan wave. We're not pretending this isn't the case anymore. We're not pretending your incentives aren't obvious. They are. These people have completely abandoned any principles they once claimed. It is disgusting. Thank you for the $50.
LFG.
Hey man,
Hi there, my name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney. Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entire...
So, again, if you want to get people on reaction content, get them fairly on reaction content. You believe reaction content needs to change. Get them on it fairly. Don't do this bullshit where you try and get as many people to react to this video as possible. You try and get it out to their audiences. You try and do this. And then you spring some retarded trap that isn't about the copyrighted content. It isn't about the fact, oh, I spent so much time was trying to make money off of this. It isn't about that. It's blatantly about the political perspectives. And not just the political perspectives, but more so, they're talking shit about Ethan. They're talking shit about Ethan. And he's going to try and pretend that's not the case. But it's obviously the case. It is obviously the case. We can go through it. We can go through it.
Of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content thieves, essentially, get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and this just, we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC
The truth about Loner Box finally comes out.
Thank you for $4.20. I'm sorry, but to a certain extent, this is like just the market. Like, are all those people going to watch those videos without that streamer? No. I don't see it as a massive injustice. Unless you're like you have to have kind of like a specific set of beliefs to think this is like a major injustice, or you're just acting on a pure legal framework. Because the thing is, I don't believe that these are offering true market replacements. The people that watch a reaction stream or react to a Lemino video are not the same people who watch a Lemino video. They aren't the same audiences. I don't believe that. The people who watch it through XQC are XQC viewers, first and foremost. They watch their streamer and they'll watch whatever their streamer gives them. They're not there for Lemino, truly. They end up watching the Lemino video, but they're not there for Lemino and they wouldn't click Lemino. So I don't buy this injustice argument. This is just, again, as far as I can tell, creating pretext for a politically and personally motivated attack.
One of the prime suspects called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright? Or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because...
Well, that's fair.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your prime... Then watch your prime content.
Thank you, Max.
Mr. Kleinstein is issuing a perfidious lawsuit against Goys. Color me shocked.
Thank you, Max, for the $19.99. Hugely appreciated.
Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get.
He hit the worm.
Oh, okay.
He hit the worm. W. Felix. He hit the worm.
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
W.
The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that
He hit him with the worm.
I kid XQC,
Your own.
but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing...
Not a malicious infringer. What is not a malicious infringer? He knowingly and deliberately uses other people's content to make himself richer. How is he not a malicious infringer?
You'll see are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and...
Exactly. It's almost like malicious infringer equals people that call Ethan a Zionist and talk crazy about him. That's what malicious infringer... Almost like that's what it means.
Wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people
accurately call Ethan a Zionist, I should add, by Lonerbox's own standard. In Lonerbox's own words. Hell yeah, Ethan's a Zionist.
Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom, or to eat, or to talk to his mom, or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time, and leaves the video playing.
Married a terrorist by his own standards, yeah. Platforms a terrorist every week by his own standards.
For his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport in Sana. Then
This is exactly what he said Ryan Kavanaugh was doing. Well, great news, because that Ryan Kavanaugh lawsuit, I'm pretty sure he just settled it. It seems to be the case. He just settled it the other day. You know, you would have thought that if Ethan was totally in the right in that lawsuit, he would have just kept fighting it, right? You would have assumed. Has anyone ever gone back and looked at like any of the clips or anything of Ethan talking about Ryan Kavanaugh or talking about copyright infringement around that time? Has anyone seen the clips of Ethan defaming Ryan Kavanaugh? Has anyone seen the clips of Ethan saying that Ryan Kavanaugh is a Karen for reporting people sending him death threats and talking to their school and stuff like that? Has anyone ever seen any of that? It's like poetry, guys. It rhymes, okay? It's like poetry. It rhymes, okay?
What happened to the Samson lawsuit?
Yeah, for real. Thank you for the $5.
Do not this operation will result in killing of hostages in captivity, will result in the death of those who are committed.
Well, I've been seeing
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published?
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video.
No,
add
you did want them to. That's a lie. Again, he does want them to. He literally does want to sue these people because the goal is not protecting his copyright. Again, if he said here, I wanted them to steal it, I wanted them to infringe my copyright, that could potentially undermine his claim. That would be displaying a bad faith use of the system. So he has to say that he didn't want them to steal it, he just knew they would. That's literally part of the bullshit here. It's part of the facade. It's claiming he just knew they would do it. But you wanted them to because the goal is destroying these people, not protecting your copyright. And anyone who's not retarded can figure that out.
To no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now the thing is, there were a few
Thank you for the membership, Quack. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you.
People that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the
So working directly with the Snark moderators. So bear in mind, guys, if we don't see direct coordination, this isn't working directly between them, according to Ethan's standards. Because you can't say that Ethan worked with the ADL, but I guess we can say that Denims directly collaborates with Snark, I guess.
Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snark...
So bear in mind, a long time ago, Ethan said, clip my stuff, share my stuff, do whatever you want with it. I want the Hassan Industrial Complex. I want what he's got. That's what Ethan said. Ethan had given explicit, blanket permission to clip his stuff and repost it.
Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually, Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So, thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a sub...
Sorry, yeah.
I am opening our IP to the world. This is a message with peace and love.
You can now make your own H3 podcast. That's right, everyone.
I guess you
could. What you mean?
That's not what I mean.
Oh,
That's not what I mean. No.
Gotcha.
You can't make a fake H3 podcast. Although you probably could, actually, because I don't think anyone would mistake it.
I mean, if it's a parody, you can do whatever you want.
Anyone would mistake it. So our
not
IP
sure if
open.
it's a public attraction.
Inspired
Not
by
sure.
Hassan. He has the Hassan Industrial Complex. So I want the Ethan Industrial Complex. I think it's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
And it's actually crazy how like many people are seemingly making a decent living from having their own clips channels of him. So
not just that,
cut up,
he wants people to make money from doing it. Not just, my IP is open. Who cares whether it's 2 years before the Fallout, you fucking mongoloid? What fucking relevance does the Hassan Fallout have to this? You fucking idiot. Seriously. Immediately. Avalon, get in Discord, you're banned from chat. Fucking idiot. Seriously. The Hassan Fallout has no relevance to that. Get in Discord or you're not coming back. Seen you in chat before? Seriously, be fucking ashamed. Stupid fucking message. Actually, a mouth-breathing loser. Absolute dipshit. Feel fucking ashamed. Seriously. There is no patience for the fucking cock-sucking team sports on this anymore. I'm sorry. Have some fucking principles. You disgusting scum. Seriously. I get it. You don't like Hassan, but you have become absolute fucking filth. The absolute fucking filth that you would have hated before. So many of you. You're fucking scum. Seriously. Avalon. You especially. Everyone around me right now. Seriously.
clips from the podcast, from our members live, from anything with me in it. Go for it, man. Monetize it. I will not claim. I will not remove.
Yes, that's true, Thirsty. If he had explicitly revoked this permission, or explicitly revoked it regarding the content nuke, yeah, it could totally be reasonable. That I could maybe accept that. But the reality is that much of this disputes with Snark and stuff have been going on longer than this, anyway. But the point is that fundamentally, this guy did not have a problem with this type of copyright infringement. Just, what, 2 years ago? He wanted it. He was begging for copyright infringement. Not just copyright infringement, but people to make money off of it. People to start careers off of it.
Subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement. But how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
Coin Tomato, I don't know if you're trying to disagree there, but you are actually too retarded to format a sentence in the English language. What is wrong for Ethan to sue people that want him dead for something they actually did? They don't want him dead. Who wants him dead, you fucking idiot? Who wants him dead? Denims? Denims wants Ethan to die. Frogan wants Ethan to die. Casey Tron wants Ethan to die. What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiot? And even if they wanted him to die, that does not justify you acting grossly outside of your principles in ways that set a disgusting precedent for the rest of the platform. Snark wants him dead, you fucking Hassan Orbiter. Yeah, it's all the same, guys. Just like Nick Diorio is Kiwi Farms. Just like Nick Diorio is Kiwi Farms. So if Kiwi Farms does something to someone, they're justified in going and enacting self-defense against Nick Diorio and Turkey Tom. Right? That's how it works, isn't it, guys? That's how it works, right, guys? So, according to Mark, you've got no response. Dude, these people hate each other. How are you that blind? You're a fucking idiot. You're scum. You're filth, and you're just playing defense for things that are obviously against your principles in any other circumstance. You've given the game away. You've shown that you're allowing it because, oh, I don't like these people. You've totally given it away. You're a fucking idiot. You're total filth. Seriously.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook
Join the
up a more
Discord.
incriminating statement if you tried. Denim's the queen of self-owning. You prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any...
So, that disgusting, it's just like disgusting try panda.
But I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear.
Yes,
Actually,
you do.
The opposite.
Yes, you do.
I hope that we can all unite against...
He literally does want that to happen. He literally does. Dan is in spicy. Remember, long time ago I heard on a JStalk stream that statutory damages are awarded for infringing on copyright once it's registered with the Library of Congress. I heard that on a JStalk stream. Okay? Dan is in chat today saying, oh, React streamers have to check the library before they react. What is that if not chilling? The whole thing, the whole operation here is trying to destroy these people's lives and trying to make people think twice before they react to Ethan. Those are the two primary goals here. To me, from what I can see, those seem to be the goals. Is to make people back off of talking about or clipping Ethan. So chilling. And then the React stuff as well. Chilling the React stuff. This is blatant to anyone with fucking eyes and ears. In my opinion. Again, this guy's very litigious, so I'm going to keep reiterating my opinion. But this seems pretty blatant to me. From everything I can see, it is not about the copyright, and there's no reason to believe it's about the fucking copyright.
Against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney...
Why is he pretending? So, like, this is complete bullshit. This is just totally dishonest, isn't it?
Stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream...
So, you don't care about this. That's not your issue here. That's not why you're suing these people, and blatantly so. It's obviously about their position on you. That is the case here. I'm sorry. You set this up. Not because you haven't cared about React stuff in ages. We can all see exactly the line here. Put out the content nuke. Hopefully this destroys Hassan and Twitch and all this shit. If it doesn't, I've got the failsafe. I'm going to sue them for reacting to it, for playing it on stream. And now, he's doing this absolute bullshit, which people have called out before. You'll remember, if you go back, if you cast your mind back, astral project back into the past. Thank you for the $4.99, I'll be Willie. Send yourself back into the past. Steins Gate yourself back into the past for a moment. Go back to Ethan Klein versus Keemstar. What did Ethan Klein do in that? What did Ethan Klein do in that? Oh, Keemstar's talking about false pedo allegations, and he's got G Fuel on the table the whole time. He's got G Fuel on the table the whole time. He's wearing the G Fuel hat. We remember this?
To exploit legal system for
Thank you for the $15.
On his ex-friends, but he was sharp enough to lay traps to force Hassan and go to self-own.
We all remember this. He's got G Fuel hat on. Look, while he's doing all this crazy stuff, G Fuel hat on. What is he doing here? What is the goal here? Is this about protecting copyright? Or is there a specific attack being made on Twitch invoking the sponsors and huge labels that could potentially cause problems for the platform? Which one do we think is happening here? You're a fucking idiot if you don't realize it's the second, by the way.
Outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on...
So it's just like total cap. It's just total cap. It's obviously the point. That you might not have selected them out. Out of the people who reacted to it, Ethan may not be able to be proven to have gone through and just selected people based on political affiliation. No. But the point here was obviously to attack people that were on the other side of him. He put this out registered with the intention of using it to attack people that were anti-Ethan, anti-Israel, whatever. That is the goal. That is the obvious point. And anyone that sweeps for this, anyone that pretends that this isn't the obvious case, is showing you that they are a liar, that they are willing to lie for Ethan. Okay? Everyone that does this is showing you they are willing to lie for Ethan.
This list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what are you...
No, again, user, I've literally already engaged with that about 6 different ways, but I understand you are legitimately mentally disabled. So I'm going to answer your question and time you out for the rest of the day, because you are literally disabled in chat every day. Now, I will respond to this. These people, the only ones dumb enough to openly admit they're taking views from him just because they hate him. To say it's just because he hates them is disingenuous. Please engage with this. It is just because he hates them, because the point of registering it was not to protect his copyright. It was to lay a trap to attack these people. That was the point. And the reason for doing that is because he hates them because of this ongoing beef. That's obviously the case.
You think I made this?
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And Denim's the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes.
Dude, like, wait, no way, he's still pushing this.
Is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier?
Bro, he's actually forcing through so many talking points here. He was wrong on, like, every count here. I think all the points he just showed, he was wrong on.
Sweaty, bro.
I love you.
So, that guy, I'm pretty sure, actually is a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you.
That guy, I'm pretty sure it is shown. This guy actually is a Sneeko fan, I believe.
Bro, I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements.
Yes, he's A-locking Hassan. He's, like, hassling Hassan. He is a Sneeko fan.
Look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
So, in this case, Denims, I believe, was talking about the fact that it was like Ethan accused her of denying an Israeli woman's rape. But Ethan was claiming that the wrong woman was raped. Sorry, I keep getting hair in my eyes. It's fucking me up. Ethan was claiming that the wrong woman was raped. Ethan claimed a woman was raped when she wasn't. Ethan mixed up different testimonies in the documentary. As far as I'm aware, this is what happened. From what I saw, I watched a video on it. Ethan mixed up different testimonies in a documentary. Denims had said one of them wasn't raped. And that was true. That one didn't even claim to be raped.
Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier?
That's entirely correct, and what he's just shown does not disprove it. There is no proof of this kid being a Houthi. There's not even good evidence. The evidence sucks. It's like that message where he says, yeah, I'm a Houthi, and he says, we, when talking about the Houthis in Yemen. But he'd also said beforehand, he's not a Houthi, he just stands with them. So when he says we, it's Houthis and those that stand with them. The people of Yemen that stand with the Houthis or whatever. That's what he's saying. So there is not good evidence that he is a Houthi.
Just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's...
He literally didn't say Nasrallah was a good guy. That is literally... Healer Klein. Did she not literally use the words good guy about Yoav Gallant? And now we're saying that Hassan going, listen, to someone saying, Nasrallah's based for once. We're saying that's calling him a good guy. Look at the asymmetry of standards here. Imagine if people were mischaracterizing Ethan's statements in the way he mischaracterizes other people. Imagine if people were pushing through the factual claims that people make about these other people in the same way about Ethan. One side has become the anti-free speech, pro-defamation side, and the other side is fighting against that. And it's not the side you think. It's not the side everyone's pretending it is. Ethan lies, manipulates, forces through talking points that he doesn't have proof for, and maliciously uses the legal system to try and shut down criticism. He has attacked endless seas of anonymous users, keeps picking fights with the sea of anonymous users that you could never win against, cries when it fucking backfires on him. He is doing everything that any self-respecting commentary YouTuber or anyone giving commentary online, anyone that like cares about free speech or anything like that online, he's doing everything you shouldn't do in those people's eyes, and they are supporting it.
Let's take a look at the complaints, and let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own,
Snowfield, go back and listen to the
highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Casey Tron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Casey Tron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Casey Tron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true.
Wow.
Well, we tallied them up. And lo and behold,
man.
15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary.
Well, next year we're saying that Destiny spends more time eating during his reacts than he does talking. Wow, no other streamers do this, and all the people supporting this are totally clean.
Verse 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
Okay.
He's read more.
Well, yeah, she has bad reactions. Okay, are you doing this to protect your copyright? No? Okay, I don't care. This is malicious.
Books than you could ever imagine.
Like, if you want to get her on copyright, get her legitimately for copyright. Someone should DMCA. Someone should go through the process. The idea that you lay a trap in total bad faith, trying to get these people to react to it so that you can go after your opponents, is wretched.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this? This isn't a music video, Hassan.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch.
I mean, yeah, literally no one fucking likes Caseytron. Again, it's very easy to act in a completely malicious, disgusting way that makes people betray their principles when it's unlikable people you're doing it against. Yeah, he's picked good targets. Sorry, but listen, I say good targets, but listen, that is literally what's happening. What is this other than no bad tactics, only bad targets? What mindset has Nick Diorio adopted? Willie Mack adopted? What mindset have these people adopted other than no bad tactics, only bad targets? The exact thing they would have railed against for years. What else have they adopted?
Watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that? Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost caught me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the..."
It's your fault for not taking Dan out back months ago. Well, I can't find... I couldn't take Dan down if I tried, okay? I did have a very terse interaction with him before stream, though. I did message him and express my dismay. We had a very terse interaction over it, but hey.
New nuke ethically? Hell yeah. Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes. Like, what commentary do you want me to add by, like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
So,
oh, I forgot.
This is evidence of copyright infringement. This is evidence of copyright infringement. Surely, literally nobody else has ever said that, oh, I'm struggling to react to this right now because I've already responded to these points 6 times, and this video could have been 20 minutes. Surely not literally every commentary streamer has said that at some point. But apparently that's evidence of copyright infringement now. Apparently that's grounds to start suing someone. You should just sue people if they say that.
She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing." You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and...
Okay, yeah, chess streaming's bad. Yeah.
For me. Interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like, you get up and you go to the bathroom, you just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right? As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people, Reddit people. I came from the H3 Snark Reddit. Ethan is so pathetic while his son is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk.
Okay. Suggesting that you watch it through other people. I don't see that that's stated intention to steal. She just said, okay, this is complete bullshit. You cannot simultaneously deny that Ethan weaponizes the ADL and then use this to say that she's coordinating with Snark to steal your content. You can't do both. You can't do both. That's ridiculous. The connection to the ADL, Dan, Ethan, ADL, Ethan, Dan, ADL, that connection is much clearer than anything here. This is just people posting on a subreddit. She says, hi guys, thanks. Hi guys, thanks. Much clearer connection of coordination in the other case. So what do we say? What's your retarded argument? You're telling people to watch a person's content while trying to not watch it through any official channels. That's stealing. No, it's not. No, it's not. If Rogan tells people to go watch, suggests people go watch through other people, that's not necessarily saying you should go and find a one-to-one market replacement, or you should pirate this, or whatever. That's not necessarily saying that. We won't see in court. This claim won't be hashed out in court. This is not going to be the deciding claim in the court case, Ambro. So you can say that, but you're retarded. You don't know what you're talking about. You literally don't know what you're talking about. Ambro, you can say, you're more biased. I understand this better than you, and I can respond to any question you ask me and just totally fucking rape any disagreement you've got because you don't have a fucking clue what's going on. See, and you're immediately backing out. All right, let's see. Because I've just started pushing back, and you know you don't have another argument to follow it up. So let's just exactly go through this very quickly. So, Ambro, what you just said here was, you're telling people to watch a person's content while trying not to watch it through any official channels. That is stealing. No, because if you go and tell someone to watch a transformative piece of content, that wouldn't be stealing. If Rogan was sitting there saying, watch here, I'm exactly replicating Ethan's thing or something like this, I'm going to just air it here, watch here, and take money from him. That would be stealing. That would be saying you're stealing. Telling people, oh, I think you should watch it through other people. I think you should watch it through other people. That's not stealing. That's not stealing. So you've got, so yeah, no response. So no response. Pull proof up. Pull proof up of what? I'm reasoning something out. You can't engage with a line of thought. Are you retarded? Okay, that's an easy ban. That's an easy ban. So, any other retard who had a follow-up question there? Follow-up point? Any complete fucking moron with a follow-up point there? Who agrees with what was just said and wants to make a follow-up point in Ambro's place? Because I saw a couple of people agreeing. No one wants to step up on that one? Okay, we'll move on to next arguments. Next arguments.
Talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denim.
Okay, they're antagonizing Ethan. And? So what? What's the point? Yeah, they're antagonizing him. Good. He's retaliating. So so if someone antagonizes me, can I shoot them in the head? If someone makes videos about me online calling me a Zionist, can I shoot them in the head? We can run. Oh, he isn't shooting them in the head. I hope you're not a Destiny fan. I hope you're not a Loner Box viewer. I hope you're none of those guys. Because if your response to me giving you an analogy is for you to turn around and go, but he's not doing that, then you should be seriously fucking ashamed coming from any kind of debate or politics community. Because you've just failed the most classic IQ check on the fucking internet. How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning, Swaggerpult? But he did have breakfast this morning, guys. But he always has breakfast.
And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denham Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denham's. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denham said, quote, Denham Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denham's. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denham said, quote,
so yeah, you can absolutely make a case that she's trying to replace the content nuke in the market there. Absolutely. Very easy case to make that she's doing that. But then it depends on the reaction. It's fine to want to steal views from something by producing a transformative reaction. If you think you can hit it, but that's where it goes back to next. That's where it goes to next.
I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denham said, quote, well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content. Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
Right?
You do look better.
Mr. 305.
So this, just to be clear, this isn't the content nuke that's being shown here, right? This is not the content nuke. This is the stream beforehand. So guys, Ethan said the goal here was to produce a huge, long-form piece of content that streamers would not be able to resist reacting to, right? So, why is a live stream being shown here? Why is a live stream being shown as an example here? Well, guys, that's because Ethan is completely fucking lying to you guys. That's because Ethan is a fucking liar. I know. Whoa, crazy. Fuck. 1 minute. Oh my god. Isn't that crazy, guys? How Ethan's just totally fucking lying to you? That the goal was just to get a long-form piece of content, edited content, to get people to react to, when... What's this? What's this? Is this Countdown to Doomsday? What's Countdown to Doomsday? Registered in the Library of Congress. So remember, he said explicitly, my plan, my idea was to create a long-form edited piece of content that streamers could not possibly resist reacting to. Remember that? So why is this registered? Why is your content nuke dropping stream registered? Why is that the case? If it was just about the long-form edited piece of content.
Dude, well, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already...
Captain Dan the Fireman, thank you for showing that you're a complete fucking idiot who isn't listening, but I could have figured that out a long time ago. For statutory damages, if he also sues for that. Yes, but Ethan's claimed principle about fair use and about content, earlier in this, was I'm going really high standard. Part of it is that it's going to be a long-form piece of content that's been edited. That was part of what he was laying out and stuff. In the React meta, I had an idea that if I could get these people to react to a piece of content that was so salacious, a long-form edited piece of content, the moment it drops, that's what he laid out. Those were his standards he was laying out to try to avoid criticism for using the copyright system. That's what he was trying to do. And he has broken that standard, because he's obviously trying to use this as well. No, he didn't say copyright the stream at all. Not yet anyway. He might say at the end. Thank you, Rock Royce. Thank you. You say he wanted Hassan to watch content nuke so he could sue him. Is that why he crashed out since Hassan refused to watch? certainly an argument there. So people claim he couldn't do that because he gave explicit permission for Hassan to watch it. But that's complete bullshit because Ethan has given explicit permission for people to use all of his IP before. He said, I'm opening up, again, we played the clip earlier. I'm opening up my IP. You can clip it, react to it, post it, make careers off of it, guys. Make money off of it. He said that. He said that. He said, my IP is open to be used by anyone. He said that.
Watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here, because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating
things? So this was, he's about to play a Chud video, but he has actually stripped Chud's logo from the video. He's not even sourced. So, totally, dishonestly, cropping a video to remove the person who originally made the content, and then taking it from them, taking that content from them. Curious.
In that podcast, the queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion.
Yeah, this was on Chud's stream, and he's cropped this to remove Chud. Just taking that from a small content creator and not crediting. Is it in the... No, not in the description. Not in the description.
Like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that. Because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people...
Yeah, look, I can just show you it here.
Letting make that
Look,
decision.
look at the crop. Cropped exactly where the chat is. Above Chud's.
If he admits that... Like,
go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos. And they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm
From
sure
the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very...
Wow, this is a long segment of video here.
Low likelihood
Curious.
that they're going to go watch it
I've
separately
not even
and
say
give
anything
you, like,
recently.
the view or the like or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is called theft, and you're a thief, and now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, you know, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it. 3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses.
Again, like, anyone that's fucking moralizing over fucking IP law, who gives a fuck about IP law? Seriously, I'm sorry, but the idea that you are going here, you're stealing. You wouldn't download a car. You wouldn't download a car. You wouldn't steal a policeman's hat. Like, seriously, like, literally, this is Ethan right now. Just Ethan just hitting it. Just upload this next time, bro. Just upload this shit next time. No ad blockers, guys. Turn off that ad blocker. Turn off that ad blocker, guys. Turn off that ad blocker. Turn off that ad blocker, guys. Stop stealing. You're stealing right now. Guys, React content is stealing. Stealing. You're literally taking it away from them. You're taking it away from them. You're taking it away from Ethan Klein. He had the content nuke and now it's gone because it's stolen from him. It's stealing, guys. It's stealing.
Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these three people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously. And that's the part that really got me. I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a...
Why is he protected? So this is complete bullshit. This is just pretext because he hates these people. Total bullshit. Just total bullshit. You don't give a fuck about that, obviously.
Good faith effort to comment. And if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original...
Yeah? To link the author. Drive traffic to them. Huh? So, Ethan, you're saying that if you use it in a transformative way and you credit them, you try and drive traffic to them. Well, Ethan, well then why a moment ago did I hear Denims and JXE were on some guy's podcast with a cropped video that removed any trace of where it came from? Interesting. Strange stuff. Huh.
Video. I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine. And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these three absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video. You know, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though...
That's not true. You're totally lying. He's misrepresent Ghoul X. Why are you people... So how, like, truly, how are you so dumb? How are you so dumb? He has not been transparent about why he's suing them. He is saying he is suing them because he is protecting his copyright and against the abuse of the fair use system. That's what he's claiming. That's not why he's suing them, and you're admitting that's not why he's suing them. He's suing them because he hates them. He's suing them because he hates them, and he thinks this is the only way he can get them. This is just the best way to get them. It's not about the copyright, and you know it's not about the copyright, and you admit it's not about the copyright in your message where you try and defend his argument claiming it is about the copyright. Fucking idiot. Seriously.
Is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts.
It's like the defense is so dumb at this point. I watched Lonerbox, and Lonerbox, being a smart guy, isn't stupid enough to full-throatedly defend it. He does instead a much more dishonest, mealy-mouthed thing where he sits there and simply talks about, oh yeah, I'm stealing too. I'm stealing too. Maybe Lonerbox should get sued. Ethan thinks Lonerbox should get sued. No? He goes out there and just says he's stealing and he's coping. Sue him then. Someone should sue Lonerbox.
Themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
That's a joke, obviously. I don't actually think someone should sue Lonerbox. I like the guy. But it is ridiculous. This is total dishonesty at this point, and we're not bullshitting around anymore. We're not fucking around. Nick Diorio, Lonerbox, Willie Mack, all these guys are sweeping like crazy and trying to get people to sign on to things that are totally against the principles they once claimed.